Ah, it's nice, isn't it? Listening to some good old school Harold Melvin. All right, let me turn off the radio. Okay. All right, guys, thank you for watching again my unboxing video. I'm gonna unbox a small box this time. Hopefully you can see this clearly. Let's start. I'm Paul from Groove Audio, and today we'll do another unboxing. So this is from LAiV Harmony, Singapore, and I believe you have already seen this device. It's not new. It's micro or uDDC. That stands for micro digital to digital converter. To some, this sounds a bit strange. Why you need a digital to digital converter? When I first knew about this digital to digital converter 5 years ago, I thought that, oh, what does it do, you know? But anyway, it's not a review video, it's just unboxing. So when you buy one of these from myself or anyone that sells LAiV Harmony, you get one of these brown box. It's all padded well with corner protection, foam, and this particular one is LAiV uDDC in silver gold combination, and you have the serial number for your warranty registration. So usually this is what I do. I'll just stop it upside down, remove the bottom foam. Even the bottom is protected, the corners, as you can see. I think this is over and beyond what they do here to pack, and it's very nice. It's like you're buying a jewelry. Okay, so it's nicely packed. I'll unbox this. I mean, I've unboxed it many times. It's just that I've sold the one on display, and I just have to open up another one. A customer would like to have a listen tomorrow, so I thought I would just do a video. So very carefully just cut the wrapping. So it's properly sealed, and here you go again, the serial number with the color code here, silver and gold. Remove the plastic. The weather in Melbourne is really bad, so it's a good time to listen to music. All right, so open this like a box of jewelry. And you have a welcome card here from LAiV Harmony, signed by Wing-Fi. QR code, I think it's for, I think one is for the warranty registration, and another one is for the terms and condition. If you flip it to the back, this is where the shortcut are. Basically, it shows you what connection that's available. You can refer to the manual. If you scan this, I believe that's the manual. So if you scan the QR code, you get a PDF copy of it. Yeah, so let's open. All right, remove the foam. You can see, very nice, shiny little thing. Very nice, it looks like a brick. All right, very well CNC machined with the logo here. I'm not sure whether you can see various input. So if you plug in certain input, you lit up. This is the power button with a small LED indicator there. It has a very cute looking fit. These are not adjustable, but it's good enough. And of course you have a holographic sticker there to tell you that this is sealed and not opened. All right, here, what you have here is interesting. So this is, I'll put this away. All right, so what you have here is the output. So when do you use this? Or let me tell you where I use this. So as you can see, I've got a lot of equipment here and many more on other racks. So this is LAiV Harmony DAC, and that's the headphone amplifier or my preamp. And down there, I'm not sure whether you can see, that's the mono blocks from LAiV Harmony. That's the additional input for the HP2A, and that's the micro or the UDAC. So I'm gonna open, so this is the similar size, so you can stack it up or put it side by side. So where I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna use this as an interface. Why do I use the word interface? Because this has some input that the other equipment doesn't have. For example, AES EBU, if you have equipment or a streamer or digital player that output that is basically a digital signal. You need to plug in somewhere which none of them has it. So what you do is you plug into one of these and you output I2S. Okay, that looks like a HDMI input. Or if you have a master clock that you spend thousands of dollars and you want to use, and I'm sure a master clock would do good to your system if it's a reasonable one, you put a master clock output to here. It's a BNC connection. So this will be a 10 megahertz input to the system. Or you have a coaxial, which is a bit more common, or you have an I2S or USB, which is very common from your streamer. For example, Eversolo, Lumin, all the big brands, right? You have output in USB. So what it does is it's an interface. You may ask, why do I have to spend so much money for an interface? Okay, so this interface is also a noise isolator. So for example, if you use I2S input, it has a galvanic isolation internally, so you stop the noise there rather than moving the noise from that cable all the way to your DAC and to your amplifier, so on and so forth, right? So it stops there. Galvanic isolation, you can Google it. It's just a fancy term. Basically, it's a type of noise filter. USB. So USB, if you say, hey, Paul, I've got Eversolo A6, for example, I'll output in USB, but I don't have I2S and I want to use I2S because it sounds cool or it sounds better. All right, you plug in your USB output from your Eversolo A6 into here and you output I2S cable to your DAC. So you can use any of this DAC, micro DAC, the LAiV Harmony DAC, or you have any other DAC, you still can use this, right? So it's pretty useful. So this is the power connection. So it's basically 5 volts, 2 amps, which is quite rare to have 5 volts, 2 amps input. So you can use third-party power supply. Just be careful, make sure that the specification fits. They do come with a power supply, a basic one. I will assume they'll provide you switch mode power supply. All right. I wouldn't say this is super high end. This is pretty basic. Switch mode power supply. And in Australia, you use one of these. So you plug in, locked. Okay. That goes to your wall. And that comes here. So that's 5 volts, 2 amps. What if you say, hey, Paul, I got a fancy Type-C power supply, 5 volts. Yeah, you can use that. So just use a USB-C cable and plug into that. So either or, not both, right? So this is where I'm doing my research and I tried a few things. Some people believe that switch mode power supply is noisy. Yes. Occasionally, if you put your ears very close to it, you hear a lot of clicking, yeah? Because it's switch mode power supply. It switches at very high megahertz, okay? Or you can find a linear power supply, which is using a toroidal transformer or what have you. You can use that. What I find is if you do provide a better power supply, it actually changes the performance. So I'll leave it with you. If you have any questions or any opinion, just drop me a line. Happy to share the information. And if your idea is better, I'll rather take your idea. All right. So I'm going to plug this in, try a few things. And I would say 50% of my customer who buys uDDC, they actually came back to buy one of these, micro DDC. And they believe that it improves or elevates their performance higher than just having uDDC. But the other 50%, they think that it doesn't benefit them. So I'm 50-50, right? So I think in certain scenario, I find that this is useful and it does add on, give added value to the overall performance. So it really depends. It's not a it's not something magical that you put on and it improves straight away. So it depends on your setup. All right. So I'm going to plug this in, and without talking too much, if you have any questions, just let me know. Drop me a line on my YouTube channel. And thank you for watching, guys. Cheers. I'm Paul from Groove Audio.